You. Yeah, you. Come here. I can tell you something. This video is going to get the internet buzzing. Everybody is going to be talking about what I have to reveal here. So make sure you stay tuned from the beginning all the way till the end, because I'm not telling you exactly where I'm going to be revealing what I'm about to say, but it's going to be something else. And you're here to be the first ones out there to actually find out. And also, if you're watching this video, and well, those who decided to click away, who haven't watched the entire thing, they won't know, but you will. And also, once you're done watching the video, I highly recommend that you jump in the comment section, because I have a feeling it's gonna blow up. So what's up? Welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. Today, this is a wash and talk episode where I do a maintenance wash of my Porsche here behind me. I like to wash my car twice weekly, but today's also going to serve as a 3-month update of the performance of the ceramic coating we applied on this when I got my car brand new. So we are July 15, so exactly almost 3 months to the day when we applied the coating. So this is the C6 Ceramics Hydro professional grade coating, and we're going to see how it performs. It looks clean, right? I've been through a few rainstorms since the last time I washed it. Heavy temperatures and humidity here in Montreal, Canada at the moment. But yeah, it still looks clean. The self-cleaning properties are insane. So kudos to the brand. Of course, my friend Ivan LaCroix, who's behind all of this genius mastering of ceramic coatings. That's not what I want to reveal, by the way. So again, make sure you guys stay tuned. So I started by cleaning the wheels and tires. You guys have seen me do this 1,000 times before. That's not the purpose of this video. This is not a car wash tutorial, but I'll be going through the steps and motions to clean the rest of the body. But more importantly, we're going to be having a lot of discussions together. So we're going to start now with snow foaming the vehicle. By the way, don't worry, I'll leave all the products and tools and equipment linked in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So as usual, all I want you to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Detailing is supposed to be fun and enjoyable, and I want to make it accessible to everyone out there. So foam cannon for the pre-wash. I have Coke Chemi in here, diluted 1 to 10. This is the active foam, pH of 9.5. So we're going to foam on, we're going to let it dwell, and then we're going to start our discussions that we have today, right? And again, I highly encourage you, if you have any comments, suggestions, or reactions, drop them in the comment section under the video. So let's go ahead, let's start this wash. All right, so for the pre-wash today, I'm going to apply the snow foam on dry paint. Some people like to pre-rinse. That's also fine. If you have a very dirty vehicle, you want to rinse that muck up. I highly recommend that for a pre-treat before you pre-rinse, use a rinseless wash, diluted 256 to 1, and you foam, or not foaming, you spray that on with a pump sprayer. You let it dwell for a few seconds. It's going to start to lift and encapsulate that loose dirt and debris. Then you pressure rinse, so you have less of that dirt and grinding into the panels when you're rinsing. And there's another school of thought. I like to sometimes snow foam on dry because it clings better, has higher time or more time to dwell and to start doing its encapsulation, lifting, and removing a bit of that dirt. The pre-wash is not the only step. Don't forget that. So we do this as part of a 2-step wash method. So we're pre-washing to remove like 75 to 85% of that loose dirt and debris and the big gunk or the grit. And then we follow up with a contact wash to make sure we remove the rest of the dirt on the vehicle and get a perfectly clean result. So let's foam the vehicle. All right, so for those who are wondering what we do with a foam cannon when we're done, super simple maintenance, and it's not going to clog up if you do this maintenance every single time. So you first start by emptying the solution. You're going to fill up your foam cannon container with some water. I like to use warm water to flush out whatever's in there. And you're going to rinse the bottle down until you fully remove all the soapy stuff that's in there. Because the foam cannon body inside has some filters, and that can clog over time if you don't maintain this. So for all of you who have had issues, normally it's because this kind of prevention isn't done. So as long as you do this maintenance every single time, that's fine. So when you're done rinsing all that soapy residue, I like to put some warm water back in there. You can do this with cold water too. It's just that warm water is more efficient. And then we're going to bring this to the pressure washer setup, and we're going to spray away just that clean water to flush out whatever's inside there to have no residue, and then you let it air dry and that's it. All right, so you connect your foam cannon to your pressure washer and then just use it for 30 seconds to use that water up inside there and to flush out whatever soapy residue is in there. And that is it. You empty out whatever is left. You disconnect the foam cannon, and then you simply let it air dry, and it's going to be ready for the next time or the next use. And that way you won't have anything clogging up in there. This is just a clean filter now inside there at this point, and all those meshes and screen are free from any residue. So why the snow foam is doing some dwelling on there, again, leave it time to encapsulate the loose dirt and debris. I work in a controlled environment, 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius, so I have more than enough time. It's not going to dry on the surface, so I'll leave it 3 to 5 minutes roughly. But let's have a discussion. So we're now in July as I'm filming this. I don't know when you're going to be seeing this video, but it could be 1 or 2 months down the line, depending on when all of this comes to fruition. But in April of 2024, so just a few months ago, we celebrated surpassing 1 million subscribers on this channel. So of course I have you guys to thank for, right? You've made this one of the biggest car detailing channels in the world. We've had way over 140 million views at this point. So it's just insane, the response that you guys have shown me, the support through the years. I say the Pan the Organizer family is the best on the internet. Why? Because of you guys. I've interacted with you through the years. Of course, you know that I still to this day personally respond to YouTube comments every single day. And this close bond, well, it allows for a few things. First of all, for me to get your feedback. When I review different products from different brands and things like that, I have quite an idea of what you guys prefer out there, what you guys want, and also how brands can improve. But one thing, if some of you have been on my channel for a while now, you remember that I kind of said would happen or I'd look into when I'd surpass 1 million subscribers, was to eventually have my own product line. So yeah, I know a lot of you guys are going to be excited because many of you have been asking this question for years now. When are you going to have your own product line? And of course, you guys trust my opinion. You value my time. You value my passion that I have for car detailing. And so I can tell you that this is coming. Now, it's been a long time coming because there's a lot of steps involved and I want to do things either differently or better or right. So what I can tell you is the brand is going to be exciting. It's going to have, of course, its own name. We're working with the lawyers now to register the trademark worldwide. But also the appearance is going to be freaking amazing. But more importantly, the chemistry, the formulas. I am not doing the white labeling. I have nothing against that for those brands who do it. Some do it right, some don't. But I don't want just generic things from a catalog at a Blenders, just change the color and the scent and boom, you're done. I have higher standards and I think you guys also hold me to higher standards. So through the years, I made some good contacts in the industry, some of the best and wisest chemists and companies, of course. And what I decided to do is to have my own proprietary blends. Now, the advantage that I have is that I don't need that to live. So it wasn't about money, although of course I want the business to be successful. Who wouldn't? I don't start things to be unsuccessful in life. I like to do things the right way. But finances were not the key thing in this case. Is I wanted the best possible products. So one of the cool things is, again, it's going to be my own IP, my own intellectual property. I'm working with teams of chemists. Now you're probably wondering, what does Pan mean by teams with an S? Because I'm doing something I don't think that has been done much, at least not to my knowledge. I worked with a few different chemists from a few different labs and put them, or pitted them, should we say, against each other. So for every product in what I call my core lineup when it launches, with the core products to start off, I asked those chemists to basically do the same thing. So let's say I was talking about a shampoo or a soap. Well, I had different labs do different versions, and I wanted to test those and put my final stamp of approval. Of course, I gave them my needs, my expectations through my background in biochemistry and molecular biology. If you guys know, I've studied that in university. I have direct access to understanding and discussing with these chemists what I want and what you guys want, more importantly. So through the years, I was able to collect data that is absolutely insane on what people like, what people want. from price point to performance to durability to what we expect from the products. So I had a very long list of needs and wants from products. And of course, you guys know, if you've been following my channel for a while now, I have my yearly awards videos where I pick my top 3 picks per category in the car detailing products industry. And so I have, I think, quite a good knowledge at this point of who the best are, or the guys that you also love a lot. So my objective with my line is to be better than those. So for me, it wasn't a question of coming in and just competing. I wanted to have some innovation. I wanted to make something different. More importantly, I wanted to have the best possible chemicals. All are still going to be very affordable. So we're not competing with the low-end entry-level stuff. We're really going to have top-of-the-line performance, professional level. But one thing I understood is to make it accessible to everyone. You guys want to have access to the pro-level stuff, but are not a professional detailer, or even if you are a pro detailer, you don't necessarily want to go through certifications and programs. And so we're going to have the best products, professional grade, but accessible to everyone. So that's one thing. The formulas, the chemistry, top notch. What I told the chemists, regardless of what they're working on, forget the money, forget the cost. Do the best you can, get the best raws, the best materials. I want the best technology. I want whatever is best for me and my viewers, and I will figure out the costs afterwards. So we're gonna have top tier performance at a very affordable price, so you're getting more than tremendous value, but you guys will be able to put these to the test. I know many other channels will wanna dive into it. There's already some excitement. I can't reveal to a lot of people what's going on because there's some NDAs and paperwork and all that kind of stuff, as you can imagine. But yeah, I'm super stoked. We're gonna have a core lineup to start off with, and listen, I could talk about this for days and days. I think you can see the smile on my face. Guys, this is huge. The things we're doing different, I'm going to have teams of testers that have already been at work testing the products just as much as I am, but different people, different opinions and different tastes, right? And you're going to see a few of them in future videos. I'm going to give you guys access to the chemists behind. We're going to have crazy discussions. Customer service, I want it to be impeccable. I want human beings to be able to respond to phone calls and emails. So we're going to have a team to do that because for me, it is super important. The website, that's another thing that's going to revolutionize, I think, the detailing industry. You're going to see where my products are going to be available, but it's all going to be from my heart, from everything I've desired. So we're to the point now where you guys will be able to use Pandy Organizer products. Stay tuned to find out what the brand name is. The labels are going to be nuts. You're going to get quality bottles, quality sprayers, quality from top to bottom. So I want people to be proud, not only to display my products on their shelves, they're going to look amazing because I think it's very important to have things that look great. But we also went, despite having all those chemists work on the formulations, and my bar is set super high. I want nothing but the best. If it's not good, if it doesn't pass my tests and my testers' tests, it is flushed. We've been through many iterations. At this point, some of them have been in R&D for probably a year or two. So it's a long process, but it's a needed process. So I'm sharing that with you. Of course, I was able to also go ahead and select the color, the fragrance, and all that kind of stuff. And I want it to be on point. You're going to see many videos of behind the scenes stuff that we've been recording and filming over the time, including the testing. So again, I don't care which chemist you are in the world and how good you are. The product has to speak for itself. So on paper, the chemistry can be amazing, but if it doesn't pass the test in the real world, when we're using these on vehicles to do the detailing that we all love to do, I don't want it in my lineup. So rest assured, what you're going to be getting in those bottles is something I'm super proud of, that's been tried, that's been tested, and we're going to continue to do that. And through your feedback, as I'll continue to read your comments and all that kind of stuff in the comment section, we're going to continue to improve over time. And because we have access to the chemists that formulate these are my own chemists. We have intellectual property once again. Nobody else will be able to copy this, so nobody can come in and say, oh, I want that from a catalog, I want Pan's products, and I just want to change the fragrance and the color. Nope, so they're going to be my products. So I think it's pretty cool. I hope you guys are excited. Let's start rinsing this down because again, I can talk and talk and talk. We're going to talk more as the video continues. But yeah, this is going to blow people's minds. I can't wait for you guys to have these products in your hands because I'm looking forward to your feedback, but I'm looking forward to see your faces like, what? And realize that where some brands are being purchased by third parties or private equities. Usually those private equities, when they purchase those brands, well, they have to be profitable, right? They have exit strategies. That's one thing I found out talking with many financial experts in the business. is that so you'll have these private equities that purchase the brands. They have to be also very profitable right away, because 4 to 5 years down the line, they have an exit strategy, meaning they want to sell the brand again to another company and move on. So to be profitable, they have to cut down on costs. Usually they cut down on R&D. The quality of the product diminishes. You guys have experienced this. I have experienced this, and that's not something I look forward to. So I want top of the notch, everything, Pan, the organizer, how everything has to be great. And I think I can put my stamp of approval on every single one of these products that you're getting in your hand is something that I have a final say on. And this is going to be crazy. All right. I just can't stop talking. Let's rinse and we'll continue the discussion. So already with the pre-wash, we can tell the self-cleaning properties are insane. The vehicle always looks clean. It's nuts even when it's supposedly dirty. So great job with the coating. By the way, on the windshield, if you guys also saw videos, we replaced the initial C6 Hydro from something that they launched a bit later. So this has been there probably for a month or two at this point. It's the C6 Hydro Glass. So the glass specific version of the coating. And of course, I'll be testing that. And so, to get back to my own brand of car detailing products. Now, there's so much that I want to tell you, but of course, I'm going to keep for the big reveal. And you can imagine, you guys are watching the video. Those who forgot to click or didn't wait until the reveal here to understand what kind of news I was talking about, well, you guys got first dibs on what is going on. So you can imagine my whole family, of course, and friends, they're all happy that I got to this point. And I won't lie to you, this is a very costly endeavor, because to have your own proprietary blend of products is pretty insane. And the route I took to have different labs, also and different chemists work on my stuff, is also very costly, as you can imagine. Because if a formula doesn't meet my standards, well, I just chuck it away and we move on to the one that works. So, but that's fine. That's part of the price of doing business. The most important thing for me was to have products that I am so proud to put out there, but I cannot wait for you guys to have them in your hands, because I think you're going to go bonkers. I can tell you, the testers that I hired to be a part of this adventure, I can't say the words that are coming out of their mouths, because sometimes it is not PG rated, but the formulas are already so good. Again, there's some of them that we've been working on for close to a year at this point, many months for others, and we're continuing this until the official launch. And even after the launch, I'm not going to be sleeping on my laurels. I'm going to continue this R&D, continue to improve. You're going to see that at the core of the launch, there's going to be all the products that we need and want. But more importantly, I wanted to keep the lineup very simple. So one thing I took note of, and that is one pet peeve of mine as well, not only you guys, but brands that have 50,000 products, like 20 soaps, 15 waxes, a bunch of different ceramic sprays, is just never ending. It not only confuses the viewers, it confuses the users, it confuses buyers when they're at the store or online trying to figure things out. And lo and behold, detailing that's supposed to be fun, well, isn't fun anymore, because it induces stress and a bunch of other stuff where you have to figure out how many bottles of polishes do you need, how many bottles of wax do you need, what ceramic coating, there's 1,000 of those. What do we really care about? What are we looking for in a product? There's just so much to think of. So my lineup was made to be very simple, high performance, and I wanted them to be the last products of their kind that you'll ever need. So once you try them, I can tell you, oh, you guys know when I laugh and I have this smile on my face, it's a very good sign for things to come. So by the way, let me keep you updated on this. I'm trying to wash the soap, just doesn't want to stick. The hydrophobics are insane on this C6 Hydro that was applied. So once again, mid-April 2024 is when we applied this initially. So now we're 3 months down the line. I haven't put any toppers on this yet. Today, we're going to try a new topper that was released recently by a brand. You're going to find out what towards the end of this video. And so that should be cool as well. But yeah, guys, I cannot wait for everyone to be able to get these products. The price is going to be fantastic. Of course, keep in mind, this is going to be some very high performance stuff. So again, we're not competing with the entry level. That is not for me. I want super high performance products, but again, at a reasonable price, so everyone can purchase these. We're also going to we're currently doing some work on distribution, because we're going to want these products to be as much as possible into many countries, because you guys, my viewers, I have an international audience at this point. For those who are wondering, my biggest audiences in terms of country representation, number one by far, USA, so United States of America. Coming in close second, sometimes second and third place, switch places, but Canada is usually in second place, the UK, third most represented, and then we have France and Australia, usually in fourth place and fifth place. So it's going to be excited. Even the international deals, all that kind of stuff is very, very hard to do. It's not simple. That's why when I see other brands launch their products and people ask questions, why is it not available in my country? There's a lot of things that I realized by starting this brand. So it is not easy, but again, we're going to be working hard to be in as much countries as possible, especially those of you that want to have these products. By the way, if you're excited about this, drop a comment. Let's say, to make sure that I also understood that you watch the video, let's do hashtag PTO products. So Pan the Organizer products, something like that. Put that hashtag and I'll know that you guys have been listening, and it'll tell me how excited you are as well. So I cannot wait for this launch, because there's a bunch of stuff, as you can tell, that I'll be doing very differently. So again, it was important to me to have my own chemistries. I did not want any white labeling. And again, not to knock those that use that. Some do it correctly, others not as much. But here, again, access to some of the best chemists in the world. As you can imagine, again, through the years, I've established a lot of relationships, very good ones, with some of the brightest minds in the industry. And now this is all coming together to make all of this happen. As you're noticing, as usual, I'm keeping the lower parts of the vehicle for the end. So I always clean the top portions first, and I keep the lower portions for the end. In the bucket, the soap that I'm using here is Carb Pro Reset. So 4 gallons of water, about 1.35 ounces of Carb Pro Reset as per their instructions. This is great for ceramic coating maintenance. So just going around the vehicle. So yeah, guys, this, oh my God, it is going to be, it's been a dream of mine for a while, but I always promised myself, I don't like to just throw some goals out there and never achieve them. I like to achieve success through hard work, as you guys know. And I had promised myself to reach 1 million subscribers before thinking of launching my own brand. I wanted to establish a relationship with you guys and not do it beforehand. I could have done this when I had 100,000 subscribers, but I don't think that would have been the appropriate time and moment. Let me move the camera over. So yeah, I wanted to wait to reach goals. Anything that I promise or set for myself, I'm a man of my word. And I want to reach those objectives. That's how I'm driven by goals and dreams. I don't know if you are as well. I come from a family where hard work was super important, but my dad's an immigrant from Greece. And he always told me to not dream too big and to not expect too much because he's a very simple individual. But I quickly realized in life, to be happy, I had to surpass myself and I had to achieve big goals and big dreams. I remember when I started my YouTube channel, he was telling me, why would you start a channel? You know, we've spent all this money on your education. You studied at the medicine faculty in university. And you've done well for yourself, and now you're going to be washing cars online. I'm like, Dad, I don't start anything without an objective of trying to be the best at what I do. So if I do videos, you can rest assured that I'll work my butt off, that I'll share this crazy passion with people around the world, because I have a feeling it's not only me there, because on my street I was the only one, right, that used to love to wash their car, and I still do to this day. My neighbors always laugh at me. They're like, you've been spending hours on your vehicle. What's up, man? They don't get it, but you guys do. And that's the importance of my audience. We found a safe haven here on YouTube where people who subscribe to my channel, we're all passionate about detailing. We can share our love and passion without being judged by anyone. By the way, for anyone wondering why people who do wash and talk type videos, you always seem out of breath, it's not because we're out of shape. Some might be, but it's tough to think about the recording, to do the job, to do talking, think about what you're going to say. I never have any scripts for my videos, so I just ad-lib it. So it's harder than it looks. And for those who are wondering, try it. You know how tired you are just when you're doing the detail work alone? So imagine having to worry about the camera, the lighting, the sound, the audio, what you're going to say, talk, and make sense of what you're saying. So yeah, this is not easy by any means. Let me do the other side. So this is big news. I hope you guys are stoked. I'm very excited again that you're going to get this soon in your own hands. Excited to get the feedback from my fellow content creators as well. Because again, I set the bar super high, even for myself. And I don't think this is going to disappoint by any stretch of the imagination. This is an insane level of performance. I can tell you this much. It's actually pretty nuts that we're capable of achieving these things. Also, the technology, or the things that I wanted or dreaming about, has evolved to a point where now in 2024, we're capable of doing things that we weren't capable of just a few years back. So I'm actually happy to be doing this now. It is the best time, in my opinion, to be in the detailing business, because there's so much competition out there that you have to produce some excellent products if you want to survive. So let's start by rinsing all this stuff now. Lots of condensation because I had to shut down my dehumidifier in the garage while I'm talking to you guys to not hear that background noise. Outside it's very hot and humid, so naturally inside here in the cooler temps, we're getting some condensation, so bear with me. All right, let me bring you in so you guys can look at the hydrophobic properties before we apply any topper. So let's start with a vertical panel. So again, no toppers. This was applied 3 months ago. Look at the crazy hydrophobics. Very, very quick water beading, very tight, very round water beads. And the majority of this panel is already dry because that sheets off very quickly. So let's do that one more time. And there you go. Let's do the same thing now on a flat panel. So very round, very, very tight water beads. And of course, the water is very quick to sheet off as well. This, when you use a blow dryer or a car dryer, just flies off. Freaking amazing. Let's watch this one more time. The water just dances on the surface when you're hitting it with a pressure washer. Very quick to evacuate. And again, look at these round and tight water beads. Fantastic. Very tight, round water beads once again. And of course, a quick sheeting rate and an aggressive water contact angle. This is perfect. So let's do the same with the windshield. This has C6 Hydro glass on it. Look at how quickly the water just sheets off. Driving in the rain with this is insane. The water just flies off. As soon as your speed's over like 30, 35 miles an hour, especially when you're on the highway too, that just high speed and that high rate just flies the water molecules off the glass. And boom, very round, very tight, and again, very quick to sheet off. Absolutely fantastic. So for the topper, guys, on this one, we're going to be applying the new C6 Ceramics Mist. So this is a 3-way type spray. So you can use it as a quick detail spray on dry paint. You can use it as a drying aid on wet paint, and you can use it as a spray-on rinse-off sealant, which is what we're going to do today. But to tell you more on this, I have a special guest for you. All right, guys, I'm going to give it straight from the horse's mouth. We have Ivan LaCroix from DIY Detail and C6 Ceramics. Ivan, how are you?
Great, yourself?
Absolutely, because I see you have something here that I might be interested in using on my own vehicle. So this is C6 Ceramics Mist. Yep. I see that it says Detailer and Rinse Aid. What is it and how can it benefit my car that is coated with C6 Ceramics?
It can benefit it with safety. So we designed this as a pure, unadulterated drying aid. So it can be used as a rinse aid, so you can have your car wet, cleaned after your contact wash, spray this on, rinse it off. That's one way of using it. And it leaves behind a little bit of protection, not much, just enough to make the drying safe. You can use it as a traditional drying aid, meaning you're towel drying your vehicle, you've done your contact wash, a little mist on the surface, wipe it off. Finally, you've got a smudge, you have a little area you missed, a drip from the mirror, you can catch it with mist as an instant detailer, as a quick detailer.
So 3 ways, that's awesome. So although my coating doesn't necessarily need a topper or any maintenance, I know people still like to add a little bit of gloss, add a little bit of slickness, so that will do that part?
Exactly. It doesn't leave long-term protection. The long-term protection is already on the car. That is what you have the ceramic coating for. It's short-term, but it's there to, like you said, give it a little more bling, a little more gloss, maybe a little more slickness, but nothing more. It's not there as protection. It'll give a couple weeks protection at best.
And what can you tell us about the chemistry? Like what's the basis inside there?
It's a ceramic. There's SiO2, there's polysiloxane, there's a few other fun things in it.
Okay.
It's alcohol-based, so it's not water-based, it's not solvent-based, it's alcohol-based. Gives it a different twist when it comes to drying. And a lot of safety, once again, for drying.
So I'm guessing there's lubricating agents and all that kind of stuff to make drying safe.
All that fun stuff, and it smells nice too.
And it's, yes, absolutely. What's the official scent?
Red Certs.
Red Certs, awesome. And can people use this Is it meant to be used in the shade only or in a garage? Can people use it if they're working outside in the sun? What are the recommendations?
We recommend in the shade, obviously, but if you're working in the sun, just keep it to a smaller, tighter area, and you'll be able to do it safely.
And knowing you, less is more, so I'm guessing you're not dousing the surface with a bunch of sprays, right?
No, exactly. We're not dousing the surface with sprays. A light mist. The name says it all. A light mist over the surface. That's all you need.
And perhaps the most important question, can anybody buy this, or is this only for certified installers?
No, this is for everyone. So we wanted a product that the person that had C6 installed on their vehicle wants to maintain it. You have C6 Hydro Light, you want to maintain that. You have any coating, you want to maintain it. This is great. And it doesn't leave anything behind that's going to clog or change the characteristics of your coating.
So no altering of the properties. Fantastic. No. All right, so let's go straight to the demo, guys. Thanks, Ivan. All right, so for the demo, again, we're using this as a spray-on, rinse-off type sealant. So always shake your chemical. It's already primed and ready to go. So 1 or 2 mists per panel. That's all we need, or 3 if you want. And another one here. And then we're going to pressure rinse this off from bottom to top, just like the DIY Detail Quick Beads. That's their preferred method for the spray-on rinse-off. And as you can tell, there is no negative impact on the protection that's underneath. The C6 ceramics mist is not something that alters the water behavior of your protection that's already on there. So it's not really meant for long-term durability. It's just a quick topper, a little bit of boost of gloss, a little bit of slickness, and very easy to use. So let's do the rest of the vehicle. So you're not using a lot and you're boosting. You can absolutely do your wheels too, by the way. If you want, my wheels are coated with the same hydro coating. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. Drop that on the floor. All right, let's do the rear section. There we go. All right, let me do the wheels on the other side. Then I'm going to show you what we're going to do to the rotors before we dry the vehicle. So a quick pro tip, when you're done with your final rinsing, if you have normal steel brakes like on this Porsche, well, you're going to get what we call surface rust. Now that is totally normal because the contact with water and the oxygen in the air does a light surface rust, those orange brake rotors. Now I waited just a little too long because we were discussing in this video, but normally right after your final rinse, you do this. You'd have 2 options of products. First of all, Built Amber Atom Mac, which I put in this dilution bottle. So this is diluted 5% in the spray bottle. And another one is Hyde's Serum Rust Stopper. Both of these products are designed to have an anti-rust solution for wheel and braking systems, basically to prevent this flash rust. So in your dilution bottle, if you're using Atom Mac, you just spray this directly onto the rotor, and this should prevent the majority of the surface rust. Now, the other trick is if you do have that surface rust, just back up and drive forward a few times in your parking while applying the brakes. That light layer will dissipate on its own, but this here at least prevents the majority of it from forming. So that's the quick pro tip. All right, so now it's time to dry the vehicle. You could use a microfiber drying towel with your favorite drying aid at this point to avoid having some marring on the surface, but because this water behavior is insane and it's ceramic coated, I'm going to use my Ego leaf blower. This is a 650 CFM version, so lithium ion battery powered. Always wear your ear guards, and we're going to dry the vehicle in just a matter of a few seconds or minutes. So that's about it for the wash process, guys. At this point, whatever residual water droplets there are, I'm gonna pick up with a microfiber towel and a drying aid. I always go over, do a once over, right? To make sure that we get it quite perfect. And then a tire dressing on the tires, and the vehicle is good to go until its next wash. And for those who are wondering, on the battery itself, I use a 5 amp hour lithium battery, and I have about 2 dots left out of the 5. So I was able to dry an entire Porsche Cayenne S Coupe. That's here behind me with big 22-inch wheels. So just enough juice to do even the larger vehicles, no problem. So I hope you guys are excited for my line of products to come. Of course, you're going to see many videos. I'm going to be doing tutorials. I'm going to be giving you behind the scenes stuff. If you guys want to see things with the chemists, talk about more into detail or go more in depth of all the technologies behind, you're going to see some crazy testing. Again, I want to show videos that nobody has really ever done before. So the R&D portion, if you want, and kind of have access to my world with these products. I hope I'm going to have your support. Of course, you guys have been awesome, showing support through the years for the channel. And now is the time for you guys to get your hands on what I believe to be some of the best detailing products in the world. I really set out there and put the bar very high for myself because I know you guys have standards and expectations towards me, and I fully understand that. And all these years, 27 plus years of detailing experience so far in my life have culminated to this point, and getting to enjoy testing some of the best products, meeting with the best brands, meeting with the best chemists, so on and so forth over the years, meeting you guys in person, meeting you guys in the comments as well, reading your comments. All that is coming together with this master plan, and absolutely fantastic things to come. So yeah, this is coming shortly. Of course, you're going to see all the videos as soon as I launch. You'll have the links to be able to purchase all that good stuff. I have a feeling they're going to fly off the shelves because you guys are over 1 million subscribers at this point. But I also made sure that we never run out of products, and I don't like things that are out of stock. So I will make sure to organize this as best as possible. I'm not alone in this whole thing. I have a full crew of people, from the chemists, from the testers to customer service, shipping departments, you name it. We had to make sure that everything is Pan the Organizer level, right? So if I'm called Pan the Organizer, things have to be well organized. And yeah, I can't wait again for you guys to have them in your hands, for all my fellow content creators out there on YouTube as well. Hopefully you'll enjoy these as much as I've been enjoying this entire process, and it's going to be killer. I cannot wait to have your feedback, to see your smiles, because if there's one thing I know, regardless which product you pick, it's going to be absolutely amazing. That is my promise to you guys. And also, we're going to keep evolving, and not only that, but coming out with new products that you guys want. So the cool thing when you make your own products with your own chemists is that you can create pretty much whatever your mind or your heart desires. So anything that you guys see in the future that you want to have made, well, I'm going to tabulate all those comments. I'm going to see what comes up the most, and we're going to make that happen for you. So again, I hope you're stoked. Drop hashtag PTO products in the description down below. And if you guys have an idea of what the brand name might be, drop a comment. I'm also curious to see what you guys had in mind. And again, yeah, I hope you guys are going to support this project, because we're aiming to, well, not only revolutionize, but create a lot of waves, but in the positive manner, right? You know, I'm all about positivity. I want to share my knowledge, my passion with you guys, my viewers, make detailing accessible to everybody, regardless if you're a professional detailer, a weekend warrior, an enthusiast, or a beginner. These products will be for everyone to be able to purchase, everyone to be able to use, to enjoy. They're going to be that simple as well. I got to stop because I have this huge smile. All right, it's going to be awesome. So guys, I really thank you for being there. Smash that thumbs up button. That shows me how excited you're going to be about this. Share the video with everybody out there so we get the buzz going, and stay tuned for so much cool content to come about all that stuff. And for those who are wondering, am I going to stop reviewing other products? No, I'm still going to be very curious about what else is out there on the market. And I like to test stuff. I've always been like that. And I want to see what the competition always has to offer as well. So you can count on me to continue doing that in the future. But of course, you're going to see many cool videos on my own line of car care products. Wow, I never thought I'd say that. Coming, I don't want to cry, but oh God, this is going to be awesome. Again, okay, let's move on because I could talk about this for hours. Stay tuned for the upcoming videos. And again, hopefully you guys will show your support. Come by the masses to check this out and you will not be disappointed. Keep it tight, keep it clean, and I will see you on the next one.